Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
Welcome back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks alike. I hope y'all are doing well tonight. Sorry, nothing hits harder than that first hit of a Dr. cracking open a fresh Dr. Pepper and just like that first sip. I know my Dr. Pepper heads really know what I'm talking about. But for those who don't know, you are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. I hope y'all are doing okay. If you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/MeltAlertOriginal. And you can also watch, if you can't watch it live, you can still watch the VOD on Twitch until, it disappears after like 2 weeks. But also, if you do watch it on Twitch, you can watch the after show, which is just basically me editing the podcast and just saying stuff off the record. And just gaming and kind of doing a little streaming stuff. Actual streamer stuff. I think I burped there. The Dr. Pepper burp. But if you can't make it, or if you forget to watch whatever in that 2 weeks, all of the episodes are up on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Right, I want to say right now it's Melt Alert Original, because honestly, I've been thinking about making it a second channel just to put the podcasts on. But honestly, I don't know. But yeah. But I kind of don't want to change that though, because I feel like it's fine to put it on there. Like, I know a lot of other YouTubers have done that before, but I don't think it would be a good idea for literally me to make a second channel just for the podcast, just for this. It just doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. It just doesn't. And then having just like my regular content that I'm trying to make have its own channel, I don't know. And there may be a time, I know that I'm trying to make a video a week, but there may be a time where like I forget to post like I don't do a video, or I don't have a video up, or whatever, this or that, and there's just podcast, like, or podcast followed by another podcast. It's like, I don't know, or top to bottom podcast, I don't know. It's like, I don't want to like have it just be the place where I put the podcast, but if it is, it is. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Like, at work, it's been both kind of busy, but also very slow. So like, I don't know what to really talk about, and I don't want to talk about work because I don't want to get too deep into that sort of stuff. It's same old. I've been doing over the past week. I've been doing a lot of Helldivers, or a bit of Helldivers, Helldivers 2 in specific, because I think on the last podcast I'm like, I don't have, or on like the last video that I made, it's like I don't really have time to play Helldivers, and I just thought about it. I'm like, why don't I just play some Helldivers? And I did. Even though it like wants to blow up my CPU, which I feel like I want to upgrade it, but like at the same time I have other things to do, and plus I'm not overclocking the CPU. And there's got to be a way to make it lighter on my CPU. And like I kind of want to try it and stream it, but I can't really do that when it wants to like basically explode my PC, or like make my CPU go at 100, like consistently at 100%. I know there has to be a way, but I have no idea. There's probably easy solution out there, but I am blind as hell to it. But the actual gameplay itself, I've gotten it now, and it's so much fun playing it with people that you know. Because like on Sunday, which was St. Patrick's Day, and I got a story about that. A separate story about that. Uh, I was playing with my buddy Outsider, and I was like, let's get drunk. I'm like, let's get some beer, and let's just get drunk and just hell dive. And we got shit done, and we were like, we were having the funnest time. And if we died or whatever, while we're having a bad time, it's like, it did not matter. But we did, because we were kicking so much bug ass, getting them Terminids the heck out of there. It was so fun. Uh, it was really fun. I might on like if it wasn't. I think the main thing when I tried to do it on my OBS, and the main thing that it was that my camera would just like the frame rate would drop, or the frames would drop in the camera, but I don't think it did in the game itself. So like I think it might be possible, but I don't want to tempt it and have all of a sudden it not work. Especially if like I'm gonna stream it, you know, that's a different thing in itself. So yeah, but I love Helldivers, dude. Like also like I would make a video about it, like a separate another video about it, or like a compilation of just me getting drunk with the boys and just be like let's go on. But yeah. But one thing, and it took me so long to realize what I was supposed to actually do in the game to get different guns. Like it was absurd. I'm like absolutely dumb to not realize where I had to get. Where it's like, oh, I have to, the thing at the literal top of the screen that says, oh, go here to get new weapons and gear, is the place you go to get new weapons and gear. Go figure. Um, duh. But but once I figured that shit out, oh, it was fun. It's even without it, it was still fun. Uh, but I got an emote, or like it's an emote. So like with other hell divers, I just have my arms stretched out wide, like Jesus all across, just like coming over here. And then if another hell diver comes in, just coming for a hug. So I was doing this with Outsider, and then it just, I'm like whenever he went to go get like some like food or another beer or something like that, or someone else came on and was like doing something else, I'm just like singing in the mic, I'ma keep the door open. I'ma keep the door open. I'ma keep the door open. Like the Bruno Mars song. Just like right around their idol avatar, just T-posing basically on them, waiting for them to turn around and give me a hug. Uh, I love that game, and it like Helldivers 2 learned from Deep Rock Galactic, and Deep Rock Galactic learned from Helldivers. Oh man, what a good cycle! What a good cycle there. And also for Deep Rock Galactic Survivors sold over 1 million units or copies or whatever, which is amazing, dude. And it's only in like, technically it's released, but it's like alpha, not really a beta, uh, like a pre-build before the quote unquote official release. Like I feel like a lot of games today are doing that, where they're releasing the game, but it's not like 100% fleshed out. And I think those games are definitely becoming a lot better than some of the new ones that are AAA games that, you know, I feel like they're trying to be good, but there's just something missing, and there's not love going into it to fix any of the problems or make it better or this or that. Um, Obviously there's exceptions. There are exceptions to the rule, but I feel like as a whole, there's a lot of games today that don't really get that love that they need to be good and to maintain being good. Uh, yeah, I mean that's kind of that. Like I don't want to get too deep into it. I was having an argument with Outsider and some other guys about like some gaming stuff about a trailer dropping, but there's no gameplay, but it's by a new company, but they're making a Marvel game in World War II, which is like I'm all hyped for that, but I'm also really scared because it's a Marvel game, a superhero game, an action quote unquote, which could mean anything. It can mean anything from a first person, action game, a third person action game, or a looter shooter. That could mean literally anything. Which that scares me. And the game that I'm talking about is like 1943, Hydra Rises or something like that. It's basically Captain America and Black Panther in the 1943, obviously, trying to go after some thingamabob, which they really didn't talk about, but them like feuding over each other, which is weird. But it's also 1943 in Paris, which I like. I mean, the game sounds good, but man, I'm praying that it's not gonna suck. But a lot of the recent stuff has not been proving good, so I'm not keeping my hopes up. Uh, but they could not get off of that bit. It's like, dude, I'm not like like burned a lot of times on that stuff. We're not going. I desperately do not want to go back here again. The last Marvel game, other than Spider-Man 2 or the Spider-Man games, I'm not counting. The last Marvel game was the Avengers, and that's pretty much dead. Like, they gave up on the game, and it's a live service game. So it's like I want to say I'm hopeful for it, but I'm also like very scared for that sort of shit. But I'm gonna leave that aside because man, I venting that I really shouldn't vent and egg on a problem that I don't really want to egg on. Anyways, anyways, uh, like over the weekend, it was St. Patrick's Day, so I was definitely drinking. But I was bowling, and I didn't bowl too bad. I was bowling. I was filling my role, like I was making my stuff. Like I was reaching my par and making the amount of pins and whatever that he needed to. Um, I think my handicap is like 30 something, but that's like based off of like 210 of an average of like where your handicap is 0. I think it's handicap is 0 at 210, I believe. So like I'm doing pretty well. So my average is like 180 technically. But I bowled at like 188, 204 and a 193, I believe. So like I'm bowling a little bit above average, but uh our team barely beat the other team by 5 pins. Literally 5 pins. It was probably the closest we've ever. I mean, we would have won anyways, but because of like it was a best, 2 out of 3, and then also pin score or score overall. But like we would have lost the overall score if it weren't for me getting 5 pins in the 10th frame, or 5 extra pins in the 10th frame. Oh, Christ. It was wild. Uh, But then yeah, we were. I would like. I even drank. I didn't drink at the bowling alley because I didn't feel like it, and plus like with that tight of a situation, yeah. Um, but I drank before. Met up with some of my cousin or uncles and cousins because it was my it St. Patrick's Day is the anniversary of my grandpa's death. The story behind that, actually, because I wanted to get to that, and I mentioned it on the podcast before, but I never really told the story. I don't believe uh, is that when so I'm gonna take it back to when it happened. So this year was the fourth anniversary. So if you go back 4 years, it was 2020. Uh, he passed away in on St. Patrick's Day in 2020. So that we knew he was going to be passing away. He was in hospice, dying of cancer. So we knew he was going to pass away. And it's spring break, and right before the pandemic. So you know, who knows? Who knew what was going to happen next? Uh, and I came down just to visit him and do all that stuff and just be down for the week. And on my way back, I was having that day. I was having a lot of troubles because, like, obviously packing up and getting ready and getting bacon into the car, absolute pain in the ass. But I had some car trouble, and I don't remember why. I think someone like hit either my mirror or there was like a something wrong with my back uh tail light or something. I can't remember what exactly it was. However, uh I just like I had to literally stop before I got into the highway to make sure that it was like taped on or it was absolute sketch job. But I was driving, and it was all fine. I was like messaging my girlfriend at the time and uh just saying, hey, I'm on my way up, I'm driving, I'll be there in about 4 hours or so. And I get it to about St. Cloud, which is it's starting to get on the way at 94, which is the way I go to, which is the way I headed up to Moorhead. And like I was like on the track. I was far but not too far away from the Twin Cities. And I get a call from my dad, and it's the exact spot that I got the call. And I'm gonna back up a little further. Don't want to go on another story tangent, but the place where I got the call, um, like 9 months before, or in August. So in August of the year before, and this is before we got bacon, thank God. Uh, I was driving up for the next year of college, and my parents were already like ahead of me at the time. They were like 20, like 40 minutes away. They literally stopped in Alexandria just to walk around. And when I got to this spot on one of the exits to St. Cloud, all of a sudden, like I was just driving along, all of a sudden my check engine light like starts screaming at me. My wheel locks up, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'm trying to like my wheel literally locked up. It was like hard to steer. I had to go over to the right lane and slow down all like slow down. I think I put on my hazard lights. I'm like, what the fuck do I do? I obviously called like AAA and to get it fixed and whatever. Uh, but it was like, what the fuck? Like my wheel literally, like it was like a chore just to get it to turn, and I had all my stuff in the car, or a lot of my stuff in the car. So getting it, like when we got it fixed, there's just a bunch of crap in my car. And yeah, there's just a lot of crap in my car. And by the time that we get it done, it's like hours later. Thank God it was the same day. But we're just in the middle of St. Cloud, just waiting for my car to get done. And we get up there at like 6 o'clock. And I think my parents had to basically turn around because they only had the day or something like that. Or I can't remember if they stayed overnight. I think they did. prepared for that. But yeah, it was wild. It was crazy. But going back to the original story, so I get to the exact same spot that I had the car troubles. Um, what it was my belt, the belt on the engine like snapped or like fell off, and that's what caused it. I'm like, hey, I answer the phone. I'm like, hey, Dad, what's going on? It's like, you're not gonna believe where I'm at. I'm at the exact spot where my I had car troubles last year, and he's like, well, bad news. And yeah, that's when I got the call. He's like, yeah, your grandpa's dead, and I had to pull over to the side. I didn't like pull over to the side, but I went over to the right lane because I was in like literally the exact same situation that I was when I had the car troubles, and uh, when I got to the next exit, I had to basically I was making a bunch of calls right after I got it. It was the phone call was less than a minute. I was frantically calling people, but like I was utterly calm. So like the first thing I did, it's like I called my girlfriend like, hey, my grandpa's dead. You might want to get some of my stuff, just pack it in a drawer and whatever. And yeah, whenever you have time to come down, come down. And bless her stars, she did. Bless her stars that she did. And then immediately after that, I called my boss at my job, and I'm like, "Hey, my grandpa passed away. I'm not coming in." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take your time." And uh, like I was like, "All right, I got to go back. I got to go back." And even my girlfriend recalled, like, she was in more of a panic than I was. And I thought I was panicking because I was like driving at the time and I had bacon in the car and I had all this crap in there, but I was like calmer than a cucumber. Like I think the worst thing I was stressing about is how the hell am I turning around? uh, like legitimately, I was like I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming because like him being in hospice was basically the death sentence. Uh, but he made peace with God, and he saw, like, not to get religiousy and stuff like that, but he saw the promise. He saw the promise that uh, God and Jesus had in store, and and he was very comforted by that. Um, we haven't had a funeral, like a proper funeral for him, and I don't think we will. And I think like I think he would be a little bit disappointed by that, but uh, I think we are gonna probably do one when my grandma does, when his wife, my grandma, my last remaining grandparent, does pass away. But it's not gonna be like, I don't think it's gonna be as huge as I think we envisioned it before. But that's kind of the way that things went. Uh, but when and I can continue this story for a long time, and it's a lot, and and I'm sorry if I'm like making anyone down. Like, it's fine, it's fine. That's life. But there's ups and downs. There's the good times and the bad times. Uh, but when I was driving back, I was just listening to some music, to like some music, and I definitely felt like his spirit was going up. And when I turned around, and this is the funny part of the story. So I kind of knew where it was. So I was like an hour away from the hospice care where he was. And I basically, so I turned around, got there as fast as I could, and I was probably the last I was the last one to know, because I was the last one to know. uh, I have a weird thing of always being that guy, to be the last one to know with those sorts of things. With important information like that. Not in a mean way, but it's funny that I'm the last one to know. Very funny. Uh and like, so I like turned around immediately. No one else knew I was coming. And I get there, and I'm immediately like, I texted like some of my family members like, "Hey, let me in." Uh they get me into the building, and obviously, checks and stuff like that. And this is literally right before uh lockdown goes in. And uh excuse me, I'm burping a little bit. And I'm burping a little, sorry. And that's right before, COVID lockdowns and stuff, like a little bit before COVID really kicked in. But like, I think everywhere extended spring break a week, just because nobody was certain. But it was like right before, having to really mask up and quarantine and all that stuff. So uh we had to go in and obviously check in and go all the way up. I book it to the room. I straight on, once we're like, I was probably up there in less than a minute. Like, even using the elevator. I think I might have used the stairs. I think I used the stairs because like I wanted to get there. um I like busted in the door. Like, not like actually full on, but like I swung the door open. And like, the room was like basically like silent, but like kind of like whoop, like the energy was like, huh? And I find my grandma walking into the room, and I just go and bear hug her. I'm just like, actually, that's when the room went really silent. I mean, there was like talks, like, muddles and talks like that. But when I saw my grandma walk in the room, I'm just like, just beelined it right over her, and just gave her a hug. That's when everyone went silent and started breaking down, because like that's when, oh, I'm shedding a tear. You fucking know it. You know it. Uh, but yeah, like, I was not the last people there, but I think people were glad that I was there. And nobody was expecting me to be there, period. Cause I was heading up to college that day. And I think my family knew that, but nobody really expected me to turn around like that. And like, I'm glad for my girlfriend at the time for what she did too, because she literally took that drive, that 4-hour drive, right before COVID was about to hit. And I don't know how much of her stuff that she packed up either, because I think she knew, but she didn't really like get a whole lot. And I can't remember the details and all that crap, like if she went back or not. But I just remember she came like pretty quick. Like, she didn't waste time, and she came that night. And it was really nice of her to do that. It was really nice. Yeah. Um Anyways, we do all kinds of motions here. We go from like happy shit talking stories to just the saddest crap, to some magic cards. What a weird transition, right? What an absolute weird transition. So this is one of the weeks where we're doing the reverse of, we're still in the slump of like product, because this is boring. Like, there's not a whole lot of, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. There's not a whole lot of huge value in these cards, probably. unless if I pulled like the top card of the set or whatever. There's not a whole lot of value in this. Um, but, 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 instead of doing the two murders packs and a Ravnica remaster, we're doing the reverse. So I'm gonna do it in the order that I had it stacked. We're opening Ravnica remastered pack first. I'm gonna move my mic so I can actually kind of look at the pack and physically, and have a little bit better mic technique while I do so. There we go. Time my mic up so it's not like wobbling. Oh my god, this pack does not want to open. I hate. This is what I hate about these kinds of packs. It's like they just don't want to open. And there's no. Is this the way I'm supposed to open it? Okay, there we go. Hold on. I'm confused. I am befuddled. I am besides myself. Holy God, holy mother of God, this pack does not want to open at all, period. Oh my. I've never had this much trouble. I'm getting the scissors. I'm literally getting the scissors on this one. It's that bad. Oh my lord. Like I can't even. I can't even. Yeah, like right there. So let's just flip it. We got Ubris Protector, a Siege Worm. Oh, that basically means whatever's the rare, whatever the rare slot is also the retro frame. Focus. Hello. There we go. Judge's Familiar, Face Fetters, Quench, something, Kindred Defenders, Burning Tree Vandal, uh, a bat, whatever, Zombie Token, and we got a Boros Signet for the mana fixing. We got a Guru Guildgate as the whatever. And the rare is a Cinder Vines. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to that player. Oh, and then the Demon Fire and the Demon. Whoops. Messed up the pack trick, but that's alright. Like, who cares? Who gives a shit? Like, I don't, like, I like pack fun, but, like, have it in an order that you don't have to do a fucking pack trick. This is not Pokemon. I don't want to have to memorize a pack trick. And even if I do have to memorize a pack trick, I want to know what the hell the order is. Like, I want to have a set order. Like, even Pokemon has that. Like, I'm fine with random fun, but, like, have it in an order that's, like, good for people to review. It makes pack openings suck. Like, it does. Like, I don't care if it's a little random, but I want I want the good cards to be in the back like they should, not the front or the side. That just doesn't make any sense. Sorry for the little rant, but whatever. We got a Culvert Ambusher, Goblin Mask Maker, Inspector, Bite Down Crime, something, Museum Watcher, Alley Assailant, Imp. Oh my god, this Imp token looks fucking badass. It invokes like it invokes like 2005, like the mid 2000s, like even like early 2010s, like art. It looks really cool. I like it. Way to go, Carolyn Gariba? I'm definitely saying that name wrong. That is a cool token. Island. We got this is I already got this one. That's a vault card. Agency Coroner as the foil. Oh my god. Oh my god, the Pride of Hulk. Oh, Clade. Oh my god. What a fucking pull. What a fucking pull. Oh my god. The spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total toughness of creatures you control. It's so good. And it's got the file art on it. Oh my god, that's actually worth money. Holy fuck. Agency outfit. You know that whole stuff I was talking about, like the packs not being worth anything? This is worth something. That's worth at least $10. At least. And I'm not joking. That's probably actually worth money. I love it when I'm wrong. I love it when Mythic Lyric comes out and does something funny. See, we have fun here. We have fun here. We can go on both emotions, sad and fun. Good. I don't know. Actually, let me get rid of this. So I think it'll probably let's do right there. Yes. So we got Moldervine Cloak, Azorius Justir, Fist of Ironwood. Here comes the Giant Fist, Mortis Strider, whatever, Downsize, Summary Judgment, Burglar Rat, Act of Treason, Coiling Oracle, Orzuf and the Enthusiast. We got an Elf Knight token if it'll focus. We got a Golgari Signet for the mana fixing. We got a Simic Gilgate for the retro frame. Ooh, Birds of Paradise. What the this is like my 7th Birds of Paradise, dude. But full art. Full art. That's worth something too. So what the fuck? I'm getting pranked here. Hold on, let me look up I'm looking up the price of these cards here real quick. I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't need to look at it. I don't need to look at it. Let me actually go to the that one. Let's go to that one. And let's look up the price of the cards on TCG Player. Actually on Card Kingdom. Because yeah. I'd rather go Card Kingdom. Oh man, I can't wait to go nuts on Outlaw or Birds of Paradise. Let's see. Oh my Christ. The one that I got, wow, $9 on Card Kingdom. Wild. I'm gonna look up the prices on really? Only $5 for the Pride of Hulk Clade? That's not right. The edition that I got, that's not right. That's not right, dude. What? Huh? Let me okay. I'm definitely looking at a TCG Player. I'm looking at TCG Player. And of course it doesn't say it. Oh my god, it's not good. Like $3, $4. Then dice. Oh, it is the anime borderless. Just, yeah, $9. So yeah, it is in line. So it's in the same line. So yeah. Honestly though, kind of happy with that. It's really good. That's really good. Good pack openings. And I did want that card though. The Pride of Whole Clade or Cade. Whatever. Yeah, Clade. That's a good card for Defender decks. And I do have a Defender deck, and I think what my next video will be is probably some Magic stuff. Like I have a video idea, but I need to have a better way of setting it up. I need to actually make sure that it works. So, yeah. Anywho's or Hauser. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't know where to go here. Hope, yeah. How's it going? Good. How's it going? So my girlfriend, so my girlfriend, Lovey Berry, she's in here. Uh, she's developed this like funny like bit of doing like this voice, like, "Hey, how's it going? How's the weather? Yeah, it's a little cold." Having like a one person conversation, and like I don't like just barely enough time to say anything, but have her responses be like, "That's good. Oh, great. How's your parents?" And like it's so funny every time she does it. Or it's like, oh man, I can't replicate it, but it's like it's great. I can't do it one for one, but it's funny. I love it. I love her. I love her. I love her, brother. It's me, Markiplier. Hello, everybody. It's me, Markiplier. Oh yeah, and yesterday, yeah, or the other day, we went to Taco Bell, and her sister works at the McDonald's nearby, and so we got one of the Taco Bell sauce packets, and hid it. I hid it in her car, but I hid it in that like little like slip between in the driver's side uh, mirror. So I hid in there, and she didn't find it till the next day, even though she like was like, "Hey, don't," like she saw me literally put it there. Like, how could you not? Like, she couldn't have been seen it any more clearer of me putting it there. But yet, it took her like a whole day to find it, which is absolutely wild. But also wild that it was still there. Like, how did it take that long? Crazy. I feel like there's something I want to talk about, but I can't remember what it was. And that's kind of usual. I feel like, um, yeah, I don't know. Mm. Uh, twiddle my thumbs. So, how's the weather? Okay, yeah. So it's spring. It's spring now. It's spring now, and like apparently in the next couple of days from the recording of this, in the area it's supposed to snow. It's like a lot, and so it's like, is it really winter in spring? And I know that it has done that in the past. Like I remember when I was a freshman in high school, we like for the spring I was in track, and we literally had like maybe two or three. We barely had any meets outside because it was snowing all the time. It was that bad. Or like half the season was gone before we did any meets. And we had to just cram some all the time. We just crammed in like, here's a meet, here's another meet, here's regionals or stuff like that. Like we had a lot, like when I was in track and field, we did a lot of meets. But I feel like my the second year that I did it, I don't think we did as many. I don't think. I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong, but I don't know. Uh, but yeah, I love track and field, dude. And it sucked when I like made the decision to focus on music because I saw all my friends doing fun stuff out on the track, and like, oh, I really want to do it, but like I can't. I'm like I'm driving to take lessons and doing stuff all the time. It's like I can't. I just couldn't. And it sucked to miss out on that. But whatever. It is what it is. And yeah. I'm definitely trying to get better um I'm trying to find like I want to get back into music again, obviously, but I also want to. I'm trying to get become a better editor and like making videos and stuff like that because like obviously sorry about all the camera shaking on this one. Like I've had my like it's on my camera is on the desk. It's on the monitor, which is on the desk, and I'm like hitting it. Sorry. Sorry video watchers. Um and eventually audio people you won't know. And I feel bad for all the audio people that have to sit through the freaking Magic Pack stuff. Like I don't get it. If you can do that, Godspeed. Godspeed, dude. Uh yeah. But I want to be but as I was saying, like I want to be a better video editor and be faster. And I'm trying to learn other things and tactics and I feel like obviously since I'm doing my own stuff, I'm learning on the fly and on my own, but it's like I want to learn more. So I'm trying to find ways to like spruce up or make better edits and this and that here and there. So in the future, hopefully more videos and cooler videos and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like I have an idea for a couple videos, but I haven't really followed through on a lot of them. Or like every time I get like the idea, the wellspring of ideas, I feel like is kind of tampered by what I can actually do. And yeah, like I feel like I can make good videos, but it's time. The amount of time to actually get the footage and other stuff like that takes time and all that other stuff. It's a struggle. Um, and I wish I had the time to do that, but obviously with a full time job and other stuff like that, it's like other obligations. That's kind of hard to do. Uh, and like yeah, but hopefully things do look up. Do the sun shines bright? Maybe then. Hopefully it does, because yeah, I would like more. Like I want more opportunities to make more content and stuff like that, but I want freedom to be able to do it. I think I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I want to be able to do other things. Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it. And like I'm even coming from an audio background. It's like it's so much fun doing like it's fun doing like video stuff. Like yeah, I do focus on audio a bit, but like putting in a funny meme or this or that is it's just really cool to see. And like seeing like an edit that I've made or whatever just working is like I can like visually like sit back and be like I made that and feel proud about it. And like with audio stuff, like I just get real up in my own head with that sort of stuff. Like even if I listen to this, like I'll be like critiquing myself. Um it's just horrible, horrible, horrible. And I hate that. And like I can make it good quality, but like it had funny sounds and stuff like that, but it's like still at the end of the day, I'm just gonna be up in my own head and being like, oh, this could be better, this could be better. But like I feel like a lot with the time with the videos that I've made, or a lot more with the videos that I made, is that I'm putting my whole I could like maybe I could put more into it, but I'm putting my whole effort into making it or into making the video as good slash funny as it can be, given certain circumstances or given the circumstances. But yeah, it's really fun. So I think I need more time to make them. I need more time to really make and to like edit it down. I think because like with the last video that I put out with the pizza one, the pie day one, like I spent like basically a whole day to edit it down and just clean it up and get it to what it was. Um, and yeah, I may not be doing numbers, but still, it's fun. It was fun. It was really fun to do. It's really fun. It was really fun to edit. I like it. Um, but yeah, And that kind of gets them like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what I have to really do to make it pop off. Because like I've had some videos that popped off, but I don't know what I would have to really get at to, get it growing. Unless if like I don't want to do all those like shit like, oh, comment, subscribe to my channel, blah 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 blah. I don't like doing that. That seems kind of petty. But yeah, I mean, obviously I do it at the beginning and end of the episode, but like I'm not doing that to annoy. Because like if you're already here, you're already here. I'm just telling you a better way of finding my stuff. Like, duh. But as opposed to like, hey, guys, you might not know that I have a podcast or whatever, or show or anything online, but I do, and it's really good. You should watch it. And for some, and on that note too, it's like, not to say that I'm not proud of my stuff. There's certain people I just kind of don't want them to see it, It's just like, it feels weird if they saw that. And others, like, I don't care. Like I say, my parents watch this stuff. Like I'd be fine with it, but it'd just feel really weird about it, Because I don't like they may get me, but I don't know if they get the kind of humor that I'm going for. But yeah. Excuse me. Dr. Pepper's so great, dude. I love Dr. Pepper. If that ain't a sponsor, I don't know what ain't. Like, although, yeah, I'm kind of literally labeling the camera and drinking some Dr. Pepper and saying good stuff about Dr. Pepper. Like, I generally do like Dr. Pepper. Like, that's one of the main ingredients in my chili because, it's so good. Like, I make chili, my chili, and I call it big chili. My chili is called big chili. And what I do to the chili, I gotta remember the last time I did it. And there was like a special ingredient, stuff like that. But my chili is both spicy, but it's sweet and spicy. And that I use jalapenos, obviously, because duh. But I put a lot of sweet stuff in it. So it's like, you got jalapenos, you got the meat. What I do with the meat is like I cook it first, like I cook it first, but I don't take all the grease out because if you like are sponging the grease out, like and draining all the grease out, like that's taking the flavor out of the beef. You don't want that. You want you do want to like drain some of the, like take the grease out of it somewhat, but you don't want to drain all of it because that takes out everything and you're just left with meat. No like meat, like flavorless meat. And ugh. Like just bring me to Taco Bell. Like not saying to Taco Bell, but like bring me to a fast food restaurant at that point. And give me their meat because that's give me their the meat that they serve because that's basically what I'm getting at that point. Especially in the area too, like there's a lot of good butcher shops and farms and stuff like that have very good like beef farms, like cattle farms. And wow, like even one of my mom's cousins, like she's given us a lot of like she lives on a beef / dairy farm, more of like a beef farm, but she's given us like whole freezers worth of beef of like tubes of beef before. And we've made a lot of good stuff out of that. So what I've did, so basically I took one of those, cooked it up, drained some of the grease out of it, or it might have been two, I don't remember. Put it into the pot, and then I think I dumped like half the thing of Sweet Baby Ray's in there, like half the thing of Sweet Baby Ray's, like half a bag, and I'm not joking, half a bag of brown sugar because I'm a fucking crazy, I'm a psycho, I'm a literal psycho. Like 4 or 5 Dr. Peppers, jalapenos. I don't know if I did like one, like a couple, but just like dicing up some jalapenos, even with the seeds, because that's where it gets the spice. Uh, I'm trying to think of what else I put in there. I put maybe some other stuff in there. I'd have to look at it again, but I make a lot of chili, and the part that it makes it even better is what I do is like, you get it boiling. You want to stir it for a little bit. But and my chili initially is very like soupy, but what I do to like reduce it is obviously I get it to like medium. Set it to medium, let it boil, let it drain, like let it steam off all like a lot of the the liquid, so it's like becomes more solid. But I don't stir it for a little second. I leave it for like a minute or two, so it burns on the bottom. And you might be saying like, "Oh, why are you letting it burn?" Here's the thing, especially with the brown sugar and stuff like that. If it burns, it caramelizes. Think about that. And splashed with that burn, it gives it that like crispy smokiness. So by doing that, that flavor gets mixed in. It's a bitch to clean though. I'll say this, it's a real bitch to clean. But when you like get like a little like crust on the bottom with from cooking, start scraping that up and start mixing it. Ooh, that makes the flavor just pop. It's so good. It's so good. Like the last time I've made the pot of it, so I got the thing like almost full, like enough that if it were to like boil and whatever, it wouldn't go over and like spill, but just below it, like below it. Um, I got it to there and reduced it kind of to like half to three quarters of the pot, and that's like with all the ingredients and stuff like that in there. And oh mama, that thing fucked. Oh, I put some onions. I did put some onions in there. I think I put like an actual pepper in there. I gotta remember some salt or like salt and seasoning and stuff like that, obviously in there. But yeah, it was so freaking good. I ate that stuff for like 2-3 weeks because it just retained its flavor and it was so good. And the way that I like stored it, oh my god, it was amazing. I like, and I'll make it again at some point. Uh, I just need the time to make the big chili, and I think that will be a video in the future of me making big chili. Big chili. I think that's probably gonna be the joke of it if I remember it. Is big chili, big chili as it sits in the pot. I made like a stupid ass like something's in the Beachy song is like sailors in the streamer. I can't remember the song. It's like eluding me right now, but it's oh my god, it's escaping. It's escaping me. I can't remember what it's called. Diamonds in the Stream. That's what it is. I made like a while I was cooking, I made like a stupid parody of it. Uh, yeah. Also, I put like 2 or 3 cans of like, I think Bush's or Frank's baked beans in there, and it has bacon. Bacon also goes into the pot, because duh, it should. Like if you're having chili, you should have beans in it, beans and bacon, and that's also going into the pot. So, like, there's a lot of ingredients going into this chili, but man, does it fucks so hard. Like, you could have a bowl, you could have like 2 bowls, like you could have I feel like it's a bowl or two. Like if you have more than two, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. But like I would have like a bowl about like I can't describe it. Hmm. Oh, actually, I do have a cup. So like this spam cup, I want I I guess I should probably check the. Nope. Nope, it doesn't say how much it contains. But the spam cup for the video watchers, I'd say almost to the line, the bump line on that is how much chili in the bowl I would usually have. Like for a bowl. Oh man, it was so good. Oh man. I would have it every day. Like literally every day for at least one, maybe two meals. It was amazing. And yeah, obviously I got sick and tired of it, but like at the same time, I was like, every time I had it, it was like, this is so freaking special. I love it. And my other apartment food was like croissant dogs. I make that all the time. Chicken parm. So what I would do, or pizza chicken basically. So I would do is I'd put like, you know, chicken tenders more or less. Put some sauce on, like just cook them in the oven. Put some sauce on it once it's done cooking. Like some marinara sauce. Put cheese on top of it. Put it back in the oven for like 2 minutes. And then take it out. It's all good. And that would last me a couple days. I meal prepped when I cooked. Like I absolutely meal prepped. Like I wouldn't make dinner for just one night. I would make dinner for 2 or 3 or 4 or 3 weeks. Not really 3 weeks, but for a while. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was some good food that I made. I think those are my main dishes that I would make at the apartment. But speaking of main dishes, I gotta dish out this episode. So if you want to watch this, if you want to watch these episodes that I make live, you can go to twitch.tv/MeltedLikeOriginal. But if you can't make it for initially, it's still on Twitch for the 2 weeks that is around until it gets sent off away. But you can also listen to or watch the after show, which is just me editing it and just talking off stuff and doing some just things. Yeah. Also, and if you miss it after that 2 weeks, you go onto my YouTube and just watch it there. My YouTube channel. Maybe a different channel in the future. I don't know. I doubt it. But who knows? I also make TikToks, but I need to get back on that because I haven't really made one in a while. But yeah. I need to make more. What else? And thanks to Reddit for the use of their song, The Call. Used to it off the album The Call. Good boys. Ah, crap, I forgot to ask him about my suit again. Shit. I'll ask him again. If they can get it or have gotten it. I haven't asked. Oops. Whoops. Yeah, I literally found the receipt. Now I keep forgetting about it. And I found the receipt like yesterday, and I'm like, oh, crap. I should probably ask. And I forgot about it. Whoops. But yeah, whatever. A real tale of two emotions for this episode. Hey, there's the title. Wink. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And yeah, thanks you guys for listening, watching, doing what you do and all that other stuff. But as I look at the time, it's 1:03 a.m. here in the Midwest. But it is midnight somewhere else, like in Mountain Time or in the Rockies and stuff like that. So yeah, it's midnight somewhere. It's always midnight somewhere. But until it becomes midnight here once again, I will see you later. But until then, bye-bye.
Yeah, well, just when I needed you, I see from a different view. but now I'm used to it.